Now we are going to see here data sorting and filtering, and for that I am going to type new data that we are going to sort according to some rules. Now for total I am taking sum of these two, and then I am dragging to copy the formula to find out uh, other results of total. Now here you have these two, A to Z, that is ascending, and this is Z to A, that is descending. So we are going to take this data from here. Sort option is there. Okay. Now, for example, we want to sort this data according to their total marks. So the first row, that is having headings, number, then name, test 1, test 2, and total. So this total we are going to take from here. Okay. It will show all these headings. So in ascending or descending, then we are having this option. For example, we want to take descending because we want the maximum value on top. If now two students have same marks at that time, we are taking, we can use another criteria. That is, if both these total are same at that time, according to what other filter you want to sort this. So you can take this like test one. If someone has secured more marks in test one, then he will get priority. And then by, if both of this first test marks are same, and then by test number 2, and again take this descending. Okay. Now click on OK. Now you can see this 100, 150, 135. So this order should change like 135, 115, and 100. So let's see what happens here. So now we have this data sorted according to total. Okay, now you can see it properly. Now same way, now we are going to create another criteria for sorting. So go to data sort, and now take the first field, that is name. For example, we want to sort according to alphabets, and that's starting from A to Z. Okay. So A to Z, that is ascending. Okay. And now click OK. Now you can see this G, M, N, R, and S. So this is according to alphabets. Now again, data filter. For data filter, I'm typing some more data here. And for example, these students are living at different location, that is different cities. Okay, and their marks. For example, 70, 105, 115, 85, 90, 95, 100, 135, 65, and 110. Okay, now we want to filter this data. So for that, click on any one of this heading, go to data, and click on filter, and select auto filter. Okay. Now you will get this type of small triangles visible there. Now for example, click here. Okay, if you select here Ahmedabad, okay, so students who are living in Ahmedabad, that much list only it will show. Same way, if you select any other option, if any other option is there like that, okay, so it will filter data according to that location. And for example, suppose we want to filter this data according to marks, where student has secured 100 or more marks. At that time, go to this standard filter. Okay, marks field is already there. Condition here greater than equal to. Okay, because we want to include 100 also, so we are taking greater than equal to, and value type here 100. Value greater than equal to 100. Now you can see this only students are visible who have secured 100 or more marks. So this is normal filter. Okay, standard filter we can apply. Now here data validity is there. Okay, validity is there. Okay, so here for example we want to make sure that no one enters negative marks. Okay, so select this range, go to data validity. Okay, first of all allow whole numbers. Okay, then here greater than or equal to 0. Okay, then input help, show input help. Here title we are giving, for example help itself, and a sentence. Okay, this is input help. That means before typing, when user move his mouse pointer on a blank cell in this range, at that time he will get this message, enter integer value here, and then error alert. Okay, error alert message, action stop. Okay, or warning or information that you can use. Title here, for example I am typing error, an error message, only whole numbers are allowed. Okay, now click on OK. Now for example I have not typed anything here. Now when I move my mouse pointer here, okay, on this cell, okay, this that criteria. Okay, since this is in the whole range, now it is showing help, enter integer value here. Now if I am going to type minus 55, then you can see only whole number are allowed here. Okay, this is error. The title that we have given, it is showing, and the message only whole numbers are allowed here. Okay, and if I type here 55, then it will accept this value. Okay, so this is how we can customize alerts and stop user to enter invalid values. Now in file there is page preview. Okay, so page preview is what, how this page will look in the printing. Okay, after printing, so that you can see here, so that if something goes out of this range, then you can arrange that, and then close preview. Now header and footer. Okay, this is in format page, page preview. After page preview, go to format page, and you can see other properties of this page. Okay, this one. Okay, like this is size of that page on which you want to print this. Then orientation, that is portrait or landscape. Then margins you can customize here. Top left, top bottom left and right margins you can customize here in centimeters. Then borders, if you want to give borders around this page, you can select. Okay, like this. Then background, if you want to give a background color to your page, you can give that color. Or if you want to give a picture in background at that time as graphic, okay, and select the picture that you want to put in background, okay, like this. Then header is there, okay, you can edit this header and the spacing of that header, that is on the top. After 0.25 centimeter it will appear, okay. And here whatever you want to show, for example, I have written my page here, okay, and you can customize this header also using this text attributes, okay, like which font you want to take, italics, bold or regular, or size of that header, like this, okay. If you want to create header in left part of the document, at that time we are supposed to write it here. In center it is here, in right part we are going to write it here, and click on OK. Same way footer, edit, and for example we are taking here page number, okay. So again it is in center, okay. Okay, so now you can see this header and this is page number. So now what is benefit of using header and footer? Because if our file is in multiple pages, at that time it comes automatically in every page. Header and footers comes on each page automatically and at the same place, okay. So it is important for formatting aspect.